Hello Zero10 community, it's Yana, and today I want to show you how to work with the modular configurator within CLO 3D and how to create the basic combinator kind of set for any design, so we can just easily change pieces of your garment and then combine them in any way you would like to have your design. Well, the files which I've sent you, where you need to place them to actually have the access within the CLO. Let's see. It's important to have them in your Modular Configurator folder, which is called Blocks. And to find that folder, you can check it in Settings, User Settings, and then we'll go to Default Files. Usually where we find this block folder is the same place where the materials are. So you see where your materials are, go to one folder back and you will find blocks. So these blocks should contain the files which I've sent you in the Discord server. So here I have everything organized. So for example, I create women modules, I have certain folder for Zero10 avatar, and then I have a dress. So I separated like what kind of dress. This kind, the modular configurator, the pieces which I'm going to send you, the files are for a waisted dress, which is separated. So the bodice and the skirt are separated. Here are my files. I'll show it to you here. Right, again, Zero10, dresses, waisted, separated. This is just how I like to have my library organized. Once you have it here, you go to, again, Modular Configurator, you have your Zero10 avatar imported, and you choose your modules. I wait from 10 to 15 seconds here because it takes time to upload everything and to upload the rules, how the modules should be sewn and how they should be positioned. So let's just wait a bit. Here we have a little icon, waisted dress. And here I have the modules. So I have the bodice, I have the skirt, and I have the sleeves. We simulate them quickly. They're all sewn. Everything is perfect. Let's have a look what modules even mean. So here in the 2D window, I see that there are those outlines, those shapes. What they mean is when we go to the modular mode here on the right top, we see that these sides are the simplified versions of the sewing lines. Those blocks, they show what should be sewn to which part. And this is very handy because what we can do, we can create a sort of constructor. And for example, I was teaching some advanced pattern making techniques in the previous video on Zero10 YouTube channel, and I was showing so that, for example, we can create different type of sleeve. And let's actually just recreate it very quickly. Once again, we have set internal lines. We have 2 lines for both sides. Let's do it a bit less. Let's make it 60. Then we want to have them spread to create extra volume. I'm just doing it all very quickly that we can have a proper design to save for the modular configurations, that I can actually show you how it all works. Select the dots to make a beautiful curved line. We delete them, we press C, we make a beautiful bishop sleeve. Perfect. Let's simulate it all. Actually, this is not yet the bishop sleeve, but this is perfect because I'll show you how we can just save them all right now. Fantastic, we've got this widespread sleeves. What we do right now is we go to modular we check how they're all sewn. So we see that this entire seam is the side seam of the sleeve. This seam is perfect. So all the seams are preserved. What do we do right now? We go for the sleeves. We press the save icon and we call them sleeves wide spread. And we save it. We use block component thumbnail. We're fine with that. And what do we have right now? Let's actually refresh our modular configurator here for the waisted separated dress. And here we have our second option of the sleeve. Here it is. We can choose this one, or we can choose this one. They're very much interchanged right now. We don't need to delete anything extra. We don't need to add anything extra. We don't need to sew them again. We don't need to import it, re-import it, which might be quite a hassle. Right now, I actually do add the elastic. Yes, this is perfect. And what I do again, I go for sleeves, save button here in Modular Configurator, and I call them sleeves bishop. It's with I. Use block component thumbnail. And here it is. It is in our modular configurator. It is saved here. It can be very easily interchanged with all the other designs. Right now, let's practice a little bit more with other designs. Right now, I want to apply linked editing to the symmetric, like to the half symmetric pattern, that everything I do is also repeated on the opposite side. My strategy right now is to close the dart, and I want to create a different neckline. I cut this part and it says the modular template will be deleted. Would you like to proceed? Unfortunately, when we cut anything, the modular template is deleted because it gets confused what should be sewn to what, and we will need to repeat it again, and I will gladly show you how to do that. So we agree to that. We proceed with what we were doing. I'm merging this dart and I'm merging this dart. And what I wanted is, I wanted to create an internal line. I press G, and I wanted to make this kind of line. All right. We cut this part, we delete this, I don't need it. I do exactly the same thing for the back side. Cut. Fantastic. We delete these parts and we have a totally new design. Right now I need to control if the sewing line is still preserved, and they're not. Sometimes when we do some changes, it all just gets messed somehow, but that's okay. We just need to be controlling it every now and then. Perfect. Let's simulate it. And here we have absolutely new design. What I do right now is I need to go back to the modular configurator, and I need to bring the modular template preset again. There was a dress, a part of a dress, and we have a waisted with many pieces. We choose the waisted one because we were working with the waisted one. We always need to work within one modular configurator. So we choose OK, and right now it gives us the parts. We have our skirt, we have our sleeves. We need to work with our bodice and our front and back bodice. This is front, bodice. This is back bodice template, which we need to put our patterns in. I bring our front bodice to the front bodice template and back bodice to our back bodice template. And right now I need to show the system what should be sewn to which part. I go to the sewing lines, and right now what I do, I sew the sleeve to the sleeve side, the side seam to the side seam template side. I sew the bottom hem to the bottom hem of my bodice. The side seam to the side seam of the template. We have no seams right now on the collar side because it's very much open. Okay, I actually do the same thing with the back bodies. Right sleeve, right side seam, left sleeve, left side seam. Bottom hem, I keep shift. Perfect, everything is done. Before I save it, I would like to have a nice picture in my modular configurator, so I bring it up here. I sew all the necessary lines within it. Everything is sewn. Okay, that's perfect. And right now we can simulate it. Perfect. That's all simulated. Right now we go for the body icon, save. We call it body open neckline. Awesome. We click save. We say use block component thumbnail. Let's update it once again. Wasted separated. Here it all is. Here's our second bodice within the wasted modular template in the CLO 3D. Let's try it again. Let's play this fantastic game, which is so satisfying to see. We change different types of bodices. We change different types of sleeves. Actually, these sleeves right now are not within the modular configurator, so we delete them all. Let's try again. We choose the skirt from the modular configurator. We choose different types of sleeves. We simulate it. It all works flawlessly, almost. Well, if something doesn't go flawlessly, what we do, we check the modular configurator, we check the modules, we sew the sides once again, we save them, we update them. So for example, that was the sleeve wide spreaded, and I need to choose the file. I save it, it already exists, I use the block. Nothing gets duplicated, everything is there. So once again, this one, let's simulate it again. Right. Okay, let's choose another, one more time. We go for these sleeves, we go for these bodies, for this skirt. We simulate it. Everything works perfectly. So this is it. This is how you build your modular configuration library, and there is nothing difficult. I'm sending all the files on Discord server that you can start building your own library and literally speed up your designing process. Good luck!